RateHub.ca is here at the Property Show in Toronto, and we have the pleasure of bringing to you Don Campbell, President of REIN, the Real Estate Investment Network. We were fortunate enough to catch his 1-hour conversation today that flew by, and so we're going to ask him to summarize some of his fantastic points about investing in the real estate market. And his philosophy is so intuitive and so simple. Take it away, Don.
Hey everyone. Here's a key thing that you need to start doing, and that's start to pay attention not to the housing market stats. That's the equivalent of looking in the rear view mirror. Start looking at the GDP growth and the population growth of your area, and I'll tell you, you will look like a genius to your family and friends 24 months from now. You'll be able to predict what that housing market's going to be.
Fantastic. Now there's a lot of naysayers right now predicting that the Canadian housing market is going to crash and we're going to see significant decreases in housing prices. Now what struck me in your presentation is you took a very different stance. Can you tell us why?
Absolutely. You know, anybody who studies housing market for long enough, I've been doing this for now 19 years, knows that real estate goes in cycles. But the cycles are not driven by the housing market particularly. They're driven clearly by selling the commodity in that area. For instance, let's take a look at Canada. There's so many Canadians right now looking over the border or looking into UK or Europe, and it doesn't make any sense because if you don't have job growth and you don't have population growth, that market will wither and die. Canada, we're entering into what's going to be Canada's decade. 2011 to 2021 is going to be Canada's decade. And here's the reason why. All the turmoil in the world right now is driving demand for our commodities: food, fuel, fertilizer, and forestry. All four of those are entering into super cycles, in other words, job creation. And that's why this is going to be Canada's decade for growth and for stability. And that's a good thing.
Okay, so Don, you've got a number of best-selling books, and we might even go so far to say you're the best-selling real estate author in Canada.
Maybe.
So tell us a little bit about your books and what's so special.
Well, what we've done with the books is I've really boiled it down so the average Canadian can invest in real estate safely and securely. But the thing that I'm very, very proud of is that 100% of my royalties to any of my books that you buy go directly to Habitat for Humanity. My goal was $20,000. We just passed the $647,000 mark. So if you bought a book previously, thank you so very much. It's helped you and helped Habitat for Humanity. And if you go out and buy one now, you're helping yourself and a great, great charity. So thank you.
Well, thank you, Don. It was a pleasure to speak with you today. And why don't you tell our listeners where they can find you on Twitter?
Sure. They can go to @DonRCampbell, or you can just visit my blog, donrcampbell.com, and the Twitter link and the Facebook link, and all of my research is listed right there.